Hey everybody, I hope that you had a great holiday weekend. I kind of had this thought this weekend that I would try and start making these YouTube videos to help you with your homework. With the great response we had with our Class Dojo account, I thought this might be an awesome way for everybody to get some more homework done if I was able to put some resources out there for you and for your parents. So we're going to try this week, and if it helps, great, and if it doesn't, then I won't waste any of our time doing them anymore. So let's see how this goes. Okay, so I'm recording this Sunday night, and I don't have the first passage for the homework with me, so I can upload a video Tuesday afternoon once I get to school. If we think we're going to need it, I'll talk to you guys in class Tuesday. Before I do that, let me turn this off. I'm not distracted. Anyway, so forgive me, I'm going to use my phone. I have the passages for the Greek mythology on my phone. So I'm going to talk about this. Like I said, I can upload an Olympics video later if we need to. Okay, so this week we're only going to read about one Greek goddess because of the short week, and this week's goddess is Athena, and Athena is a cool lady. First of all, if you read today's passage, you should already know that if Athena was born in a very unique way. Athena actually was not born like any other person. She's a goddess, so she's kind of unique. The legend goes, and remember guys, these are stories. They're myths, which means they're not real. So don't get freaked out by all the weird things the Greeks came up with. They were super creative and super out there. That's apparent in a lot of the different artifacts and documents and things that we have on the ancient Greeks. So try and keep that in mind when you're reading these myths, that they're not nonfiction. They're definitely fiction stories. So don't go around thinking that these are real things that actually happen. So the myth goes that Athena was born from Zeus's head. And remember, Zeus is the top dog, right? He's the head of Mount Olympus. He's the father to all these other gods and goddesses. And he's kind of a crazy guy, like we read last week. But anyway, Athena had Zeus's favor. She was one of Zeus's favorite children. And she was considered to be a warrior, but like the passage said, she was a peaceful warrior. She wanted to work things out with her words and not with fighting. So keep that in mind as well. She's the god of wisdom. She would encourage the Greeks to make wise decisions and things like that, which also goes into why she did not necessarily like war. So later on in social studies and in reading, we will talk about the city of Athens. And the city of Athens was actually named after Athena, and they had a building called the Parthenon, which was a statue. It had a statue in it of Athena, and it was all dedicated to Athena. And so the city of Athens actually loved Athena and worshipped Athena. And so that is why they named the city Athens. And so that is Athena. Okay, the first part that I want to talk about after just the overview of what the passage is about is this first page of questions 1 through 4. The first one, guys, should be so easy. Just write a question about the text. Any question you have, I don't care what questions you ask. It could be, why was she born from her father's brain? Or why is Athena's name Athena? Or whatever you want. As long as it's about Athena, I don't care. Number 2, make an inference about the passage. Several of you told me last week you struggled with this question. So I really want to remind you what an inference is. Remember, there are 2 things you need to make an inference. You need background knowledge, which is called schema, and you need clues from the text. So when you're answering this question, go back and reread the text. Make an educated guess, something that you're using those clues from the text, plus what you already know about Greece and Greek mythology and things that we've talked about in class and that you've talked about with Miss Bradford in social studies. What do you already know about Greek mythology, and what can you make an educated guess about Athena based on that? Okay? Main idea. We talked about main idea today in class. We're going to practice it all week. Okay? What is the passage mostly about? Remember, you always ask that question when you're looking for the main idea. Whether you can go put your finger on it or you have to infer it. You always start with, what was this passage mostly about? What was the topic? Athena. Okay? So, it's probably going to be about Athena. Okay, and then finally, the bubble. You just need to write 4 words or phrases that describe Athena and write them in each bubble, okay? You don't need to write more than 4. You need to write 4. You can do that. That's not hard. This can be a description of what she might look like, maybe what she's the goddess of. Think of things that describe who Athena is. Okay, number 5 says, cite evidence from the text to explain Athena's role in Greek mythology. Remember, the word role, that's like your part in a play. Like, what was her position in Greek mythology? So what I want you to do is go back to that text. Go underline something if you have to. Find a sentence or a couple of sentences or a phrase that explain what Athena did in Greek mythology. Okay? Number 6 says, how was Athena born? Okay? That was stated in the story, and I talked about it at the beginning of the video, so go back and check that. Okay, that wraps up today's homework. I will make a second video for Thursday's homework on the last half of the Athena questions. Send me a message on Dojo if you have any other questions. Good job.